Hey guys, this is Diego Gonzalez from mindlesspaint.com, and I just want to finish streaming from last night. My audio sucked, so today actually hopefully it's going to be a lot better. Yep. So I'm just going to be doing shirts all night. I'd probably be on this thing for like 5 hours or something, so just come in and out and check on, see what I'm doing. I'll be here for a while. I gotta get this done. This is like my goal tonight. No messing around tonight. So guys, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know, and we'll try to be as helpful as possible. P, and this is 2XL. R.I.P. Johnny Boy. Two XL, 2X. So I'm just adding the name. Wings. All that good stuff. Hey, what's up? Delta Lambda, Cuzzo, okay. Hey, what's going on? Just doing some work tonight and thought I would stream my stuff. Might as well, I'm here anyways working on it. All right, Johnny Boy. Yeah, last night I was streaming, the audio was like so bad. So I was like, oh man, I think I cut it out. Alright, that's cool. Alright, so now I'm outlining it in a blue. This is a opaque, actually Createx Wicked Blue. I think it actually, yeah, it's Wicked Blue. It's a nice, deep color. I like using this. And if you're following me on YouTube, you can actually see, if you follow me on YouTube, you can see all the products I have linked. Oh yeah, and below too, I have everything on Twitch. With all the paints and all the stuff I use, you can check it out. Throwing a little fade in there, and then I'll add some kind of detail to the background with some squares. Some starbursts there. There you go. Add little white highlights. Probably won't do these all of them, but I want to start off doing one. Alright. And in the back jack, what we do is gone but never forgotten. There we go. Flipping it around. Alright. Gone, but here it goes. Never forgotten. All right. So I'm just going to add the layout real fast right there. Just laying out the shirt design. And then doing like a little stroke over it. So this is me working really fast, just getting the lines together. And then I'll do some wings again, I think. There you go. And then add some blue. Okay, cool, awesome, man. Appreciate it. Cachette. Yeah, yesterday sucks. I was just doing this new thing and it didn't work at all. I was like, okay, let me try this new way of setting up my system, and I was like, nope, that didn't work. The Mexican Bob Ross, I know, right? Sometimes I feel like that. I'm like, that dude is so chill, though. I definitely don't have as much chill as he does. A funny fact about Bob Ross, he was actually a drill sergeant. Did you know that? Yeah, he usually like yell at people in the military, and he's totally different. Like, he's super chill on his shows. Yeah, I was talking yesterday, but I didn't test out everything before I ran the stream. Kind of did that though this before. But you get to see it, you know, I guess that's good, right? You get to see some stuff. Yeah, you know, he used to yell at people though. He was kind of a jerk, actually. But he said he didn't like it. He didn't like yelling at people. Bob Ross is like, I heard a story that he used to like take in squirrels and like endangered animals and all that stuff. He's like this very like soft-spoken, meek person. And I don't know why he joined the military though. Something about his dad or something like that. But he quit and started his own show. He killed it, man. I mean, he actually wasn't even that big until like recently. I mean, he was big, but you know, he wasn't like super like iconic. But now his paintings are worth so much money. It's so funny. It's so much stuff though. Yeah, hopefully I can aspire to that. Who knows? Okay, so that one's finished. Place it over here, let it dry, and then we do another one. Fun times. This is a 2XL2. So yeah, just getting some work done late tonight. And hopefully I know the mic sounds good, but sometimes I put the like music up too loud or something, so I always try to get people to help me out with that, like if it's like not loud or too loud. Sometimes I can't hear myself over that. I mean, people can't hear me over that. How you decide what shapes you're doing? Yesterday you didn't do circles. Oh, I didn't even notice what I did today. It's kind of like a habit. Actually, I don't even think about it. I just do it. Well, I do think about it, actually. But if it's hard to explain, like, I'll do it intuitively. Like, well, we'll do this one. I'll actually explain it when I do it, okay? So, so we're doing RIP. I think that's going to be in all of them. So the top is all going to say R-I-P. And then the bottom will say, do the blue Goku. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I got some epic ones coming up soon, and I'm going to stream those, and those will be pretty sweet. And then to do this one was a 2X. So it's going to say, Brother Johnny. Let's say brother. And I always kind of keep it like halfway since it's 2 words. J, Johnny, O, H, N, N, Y. And maybe I'll squeeze it in there a little smaller. Pikachu. Yeah, like I love getting like new commissions or orders for crazy stuff, man. Like it's more interesting that way. It's more fun. Sometimes you get burned out doing the same stuff over and over. So throw the wings on there. Just the impression of the wings. Since I'm doing so much, so many shirts, like that. Little hatch marks. Okay. Your letters are too good. Actually, thanks. Believe it or not, when I started out, like my lettering was so bad, and I don't even think I'm really that good at lettering. But I know though, I feel like I'm really good at drawing. Like I can see something and I can just draw it like crazy. But when it's lettering, like I have such bad handwriting. But a good trick is to think of lettering like you're drawing something. Don't think of it as handwriting. Because even if you have really bad handwriting, it's not the same. You're drawing these figures and symbols. So here, I just do like a little swoosh, like there, and then I'm coloring it in. And like you're saying before, how do I decide what I was doing? You're right, I was just trying to fill in the background. So I think this is what I did. I filled in the background of this, just to put color on there quickly and nicely. And then yeah, you know what? Sometimes I do like a starburst. I do know that I'm going to fill in this area kind of with something, and I want to balance it out. So however I balance it out, like that, it swirls, lines, whatever goes with the movement of the shirt. So that's how I figure it. That's how I decide. I think more of, I don't think so much in terms of design. I think of terms of like rules of art, like balance and symmetry. So that's really important. And you don't have to be symmetrical, because these swirls aren't, but I do have two on each side, despite them not being the same, you know, exactly on each side. And that's how our brain perceives things, that we feel, and if you do a lot of paintings, a lot of art, you learn to fill in the gaps, and you know what feels right or wrong. It just feels weird, right? You can't describe it. I mean, the rule of symmetry, I guess technically that is describing it, but, you know, that's how I go. I go on like a feeling. So that's done. Actually, I'm going to skip the highlights on that one because I just wanted to skip it. And then I'm going to do the back. Gone but never forgotten. So maybe I'll do a different letter. Actually, I'll do one more cursive and the next one I'll do a different lettering. I kind of like to get some momentum going, like, okay, let me finish 2 shirts and then I'll kind of do something crazy on the next one. So that's kind of how I like it. So, all right, so gone but never forgotten. And so this one, like, we can do cursive, but we can do it still a little different. Do like a big G, N, E, gone, but kind of exaggerate it, right? Maybe throw some like curls in it. Kind of like that maybe Disney-esque font, but never forgotten. So, and you know, to do this, like, you just have to be like experimenting with it, you know? Oh, can you see that? Is that? I don't know. Is there dishes around? I don't even know. I have to check the camera. I have a lot of dishes everywhere. Behind me? Oh, yeah. Yeah, all that stuff. Gone but never forgotten. Okay, forgotten. So do that. And then I have a good, like, idea of where, like, how I want to add the lines to it and everything. So if you get an order of like a bunch of shirts, just play around with your, you know, handwriting and all that stuff. It's a perfect way to practice. And I guess, cool. Thanks for following me. Appreciate it. Right on. I think that's a following symbol. But it's a good form of practice. And you know what? There's a lot of artists out there that would just be like, oh, I got to do this, and I don't want to, and it sucks. And I just said that, didn't I, right? But I'm correcting myself. But when I get in it, I start painting, I'm like, okay, how am I going to use this order or this work to practice? The greatest artists, and there's always, there was a stream that was going out, or a thread that people asked, professional artists were asking, you know, how do you get better and what motivates you as an artist? And I will tell all of you, my number one motivation, it's not even motivation, it's to get better is to practice. If you're practicing something, you don't even think about getting better, you know, you just get better. So if you did shirts and and you have to focus really too, right? So all you care about is letters. Like I don't care about the colors, I don't care about swirls or anything. All I want to focus on is getting, you know, letters that are, you know, dynamic or big or swirly or whatever. And then when you, or say they want to be evenly spaced, or, you know, let me skip back actually because I'm skipping ahead. When I first started out, so this is, people are kind of just getting into it. The biggest issue I had with lettering, I guess we'll talk about that since that's what I feel like it's going, was making the lines without chopping them, without them being like all like chopped up. You know, they're nice, smooth, crisp letters. And that was my goal. And sometimes, a lot of times when I first started, it was like really choppy. Like I would sputter and all those things. And I really wanted to get, and see how like that trailed off, like that would happen, right? So I knew if I take out the nozzle, clean it, I can get a smooth line. And then I can like kind of repair it and go over it like that. See? So make that a good, like make a goal when you work on something. And if you think about art in general, like famous artists and all of that, they've done that, right? You just didn't realize a lot of times, I didn't realize a lot of times when Picasso, for say, was going in his blue phase or whatever, right? His blue period. What he was really doing is a study in blue, a color theory study. And maybe he was like depressed, I don't know, who knows. Maybe it was like some symbolic thing. But that's what he's really doing. It wasn't so much as a statement as an artist that he's so deep, and it's that he was trying to get better and practicing, you know? He was like, I want to learn how to do, well, I mean, I'm speculating now, right? But to me, that's how I see it. You know, I want to see how I can get better with values. So it's a value study, just using one color. So say you're doing a portrait, right? Black and white, start out doing that, start doing monochromatic value studies. So, kind of telling you a lot of stuff in this stream, but I like to talk. I'm a talker, man. Like if you hang out with me, all I do was, I used to be a really quiet kid in high school and all that stuff, but all I do is talk. So I'm a big nerd, and all I do is read about stuff and art and all that stuff. And I was super shy when I was younger, but not so much anymore, I guess. All right, so next shirt. Yep. All right, let's fix this. All right, so next shirt. I think after like 20,000 shirts, I need to get a new one of these things. All right, let's try this. Let's try this now, eh? There you go. Perfect. All right, here we go. This might be a little higher. That's all right, whatever. Should work. Kind of stretch out the shirt. Yeah, it's a little off, I know, but I know where the words go. All right, same stuff. I might lower it. Actually, no, I like this height. It's pretty good. All right, so next one is RIP. R-I-P. Cool. Okay, so RIP, and then I think this is an extra large. Let me check it. Okay, it's an XL, yeah. So they all say a little different stuff. RIP Unc, UNC. UNC. There you go. Do your thing, baby. All right, thanks. I have no idea who's Delta Lambda. We're cousins, right? What you said? Actually, I didn't think I had any family on Twitch. I thought this was like my secret. Actually, I don't advertise my Twitch stream really to anyone. But it's cool. It's awesome. I appreciate people following me everywhere. All right, so wings. All right, so the wings are there. And then what I'm gonna do is add some more blue and the black. Who else? Not sure. Blue, and then I throw that kind of swirl thing right there. Just a habit, I guess. And then RIP, I'm gonna fade it up like that, a nice fade. And then I always kind of outline the wings a little bit, like that. And if you have a deep blue like this, and then you kind of pull it back, you can make a really like light blue too, which is kind of cool. All right, so just messing with some different templates, you know, let's do that. It gets boring after a while. And there you go. Actually, that's cool. I like that. All right. Some more swirls down there. So, okay, I think another person asked why. So I did the swirls here to fill in the white space. And it's a quick way to fill in the white space without actually using a lot of paint. So if you're like conserving it, but you can still make it look nice that way. And then I'll balance it out like right here with some stars. I'm not putting them there randomly. I'm using it to balance out. So say if this isn't centered perfectly, well, that will help the eye center it. So that's why I do that. All right, cool. Deep blue is my favorite color. Cool, yeah, I like blue a lot. Blue violet. That's one of my favorite colors. I think I did a portrait of Bill Murray and just all blue violets. Thanks. Yeah, the mic, I set it up better. Yesterday was just like an experiment. And tomorrow will be even better. I got some stuff I'm working on. I wasn't actually going to stream today, but I'm like, yeah, what the heck. You know, might as well. So I didn't get on until later. I thought I was going to get on a lot earlier. All right, so why no highlights today? Because I'm just actually trying to knock these orders out and get through them. I might actually slow down at the last like 5 or 7. Something like that. Just for time. Kind of like a time conserve thing. But I'll add some in. Actually, I'll add some in the next shirt. I'll talk about it. So the back says gone but never forgotten. Gone but never. So I can go up and down like, so if you don't have a lot of space, that's a good tip. You can change up You can still keep it cursive, but keep the letters tall. Just to squeeze them in there. And if you want to keep them legible, you make them larger. There. Alright. Okay, that's alright, it's pretty decent. What was your favorite project you worked on? How many do you have left? I think I have like a 10 or 12 left. Favorite color is flat black and blue violets. Favorite project? Man, I had so many cool stuff I worked on. I worked on some music videos that are pretty dope. For Breaking Benjamin. We did that a couple weeks ago. I did some, I like the projects with like what I've worked on with celebrities or something like that. Like, I don't know, I think it's cool. Like, that was my dream to always like do that stuff when I was a kid. And now I get to do it, so now it's pretty cool. So I did some Dragon Ball Z Converse for one of the Oakland Raiders. How many fonts do you know? I know a few. I only use a couple. Every now and then someone will give me like a font, like, hey, can you do this font? I'm like, yeah, so I'll just pull out the alphabet and do it. But off the top of my head, like a dozen maybe like half a dozen that I can do really good. The rest are like variations of that. So yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do another font next time. Actually, next shirt, I'll do another font. That'll keep it interesting. There's some clouds in there. Makes the design a little different. Some cloudy clouds. It's like little hills and all of that. Little starry stars. Just get some freehand going in there, right? Blend it in like that. In there. Okay, so now we're getting all fancy. Cinzel. Okay, I gotta check that one out. Send that to me. Don't ruin the consistency. I know, right? No, I'm gonna ruin it. You know what happens though when I do like like the last half of the shirts, I'll end up doing really like taking a little more time and doing them a little better. They're all good, you know, but then they're like, oh, how come you did that to my shirt and that person's shirt, and so they kind of get mad. But I'm like, this is all good. But that way I can practice stuff. It's like my excuse to practice. And I usually can talk them into being like, yeah, let's do this, and let me do this to your shirt and all that stuff. So I'm pretty good at that. All right. I don't know how much time's been by. It's probably like a half an hour maybe. What time is it? Like 40 minutes since I started. Actually, I'm getting through this pretty good. So yeah, I'll do a different font. That's cool. Do. All right. So we got black right here. So I put some more paint in here. So in case I run out mid-drawing, I hate that. Like, I hate running out right when I'm in the middle of working on a shirt or something. It distracts me so much. Like, once I get in the flow, like, the flow or whatever, I don't like being disturbed. Oh. See how the pencil fell? Like, I'm not even gonna pick it up. All right, so let's do RIP and RIP. So this is like a block font, graffiti font or whatever. I had to think about it for a minute how I was going to do it. Add the drop shadows at the bottoms to make it heavy. Drop shadow at the bottom, make it heavy. I don't know, how's that airbrush spray? Is it like annoying? Because I'm trying to figure out how to mute the airbrush so you can hear me better, but I don't know if there's a way. But see, I do the RIP. I want to see the blue Goku. Oh, you can't see in the background now, I don't think you can. You should do video game art, like StarCraft. Yeah, that's cool. Is that a big game? Like, I don't, it's funny, I'm on Twitch and I don't even play video games. It's so weird. Probably like blasphemy, right? I need to like buy a PS4 or something and start kind of getting into it just to see what's going on. RIP. And then the name is blah, 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 blah. Is this an extra large too? Oh, extra large. Bro. RIP, bro. 2 of these. So let's do B. R. Oh, so it's bro. See, all my lettering is kind of like similar in the way that I always exaggerate the ends of the words, the letters, like the tails, I like to call them. I like to have that like, make them real big kind of thing, if that makes any sense. And adding the wings. No, they were just, okay, cool. So I know sometimes it's like buzzing and it's just like hard to watch. But, and that's one thing that like other painters, like they don't have like the buzzing in the background. I'm like, oh, it must be nice. I have to deal with that. But it's not that bad, it's cool. So that's the wings. Fill in there, and so that's cool. So let's do like that, and then add some blue. 4 at 1, 4 at 1. All right. You should do videos on YouTube where you teach us how to do stuff like Bob Ross. Actually, check out my YouTube channel. I do actually. This is actually on YouTube too. It's streaming there. I have tutorials on there and everything. And I'll shoot those separately from the streams. So I have one that I just shot of painting a helmet, like a skull helmet. I one I did a guitar. I don't know if but I have to edit the tutorials for that one, for those two. There's like a graffiti lettering tutorial there. This is kind of like a combination of a tutorial too though. And just like streaming what I'm working on. But I get more in depth though on my YouTube videos. It's mindless paint. YouTube.com/Diego Diablo. That's my YouTube channel. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Basil. Basil. All right. My bad if I pronounced that wrong. All right, so throwing the little lines there. Yeah, I always like the bubble letter stuff too, and the block letters. They just stand out more than the script. Although scripts can be really, really nice and clean. It's more like urban. I have my PSIs set to like, I think it's 60 PSI for my airbrush right now. And I'm using an Iwata Eclipse airbrush. And I actually have all this stuff linked below if you want to check it out and see what I'm using. Snoop on that. I've always like, the first airbrush actually I've ever had was, I think they were Paches. I think I had like one or, someone gave me one. And then I was working, I started out in the flea market, and someone gave me a Wada gun, and he's like, you need to use these. These are awesome, but they're super expensive. Like I was like 16 years old at the time, you know. It was like 50 bucks, and the Wadas were like 100 or something. And so he gave it to me. He was like he liked my work, and he's like a fan. And he's like, yeah, I'm not using it, you know, whatever, or pay me later. So I think I actually paid him off of it, and I loved that gun. It was like night and day. And since then, I've always used them and all that stuff. And you know, I'm actually working with Wada on some stuff right now, some projects, which is really cool. And you know, just sticking with what I love, you know. I like working with the best kind of guns and tools if I can, because I want to make good work, good art. It's really important. And if you make good work, you make good art, you know, everything is gonna work out. You know, if you're an artist, it all pays off in the end. You always focus on that. So, calm but never forgotten. So I kind of keep the gun loose. When I'm airbrushing, I'm locking my wrist, locking it, and then I'm moving it like that to keep it stable. And I use two hands, if you notice, to airbrush most of the time, unless I'm like trying to work really fast or something. And then I'll use one, but that's rare, unless I'm trying to get fancy or something. And that's to keep the gun stable. So another trick for you, a little tip, little trick. And that's what I say when I teach all my new, like, you know, students or artists that are helping me out when I do these, you know, big events. That's one of the most important things I tell them. Because when you start airbrushing, everyone wants to just use one hand and draw like a pencil, but it's not like a pencil. So one person's gonna have black. Yeah, probably. Yeah. No, maybe two. You know, maybe three. I might bring it back. That'll be like the Easter egg, right? Put some variety in it. Yeah, I do that a lot. I'll put like one font that's different or one shirt that's super different. Never had anybody complain. They are like, they're kind of like, oh, okay, cool. They also, they want it, and probably actually end up getting more. Like, oh, I want another one like that. So, never forgotten. See that little swooshy thing? The swooshy swoosh. Fade it in, and then more paints. A lot more paints. There you go. Yeah. But you know what I need to do, and I'm gonna do this off camera. I know I'm gonna do off camera, is add the dates, because I forgot the dates on all the other shirts. Just remember that. 1/20/74. That has to be on all of them. So then it'll be like, where's the dates? 20/74. 2/5/5/16. Merp. 5/5/16. Okay, cool. Can I give it some effect right there? That's good. Okay. Some reducer. Alright, add some more blue to this thing. Fill it up because I keep on using a lot of blue. Okay, cool. Actually, use that too. Shake it up. I had the blue on one of these other guns, but they're clogging and it wasn't really giving me a nice wisp. Hey, what's going on, guys? Appreciate you following me. Eric Gonzalez, what the heck? Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm on everything, man. Dude, I'm everywhere. All right. So then I'm adding some opaque blue to the paint, and then I'm finishing the bottom. Actually, I'll add some more designs in the other one. These people are really gonna get mad because they're all going to be different. I actually think you're right. There you go. Actually, I think this color's, I don't think, I can just see by looking at it, it's not wicked blue. I think it might just be regular Createx blue. Because it's opaque, it's a lot thicker. Yeah. And if you do so many shirts, you can just see stuff and you can eyeball stuff, and you even can get to the point where you can hear how the pressure sounds. So, and that just, you know, from doing it over and over again. And you can even hear when the gun's not working right. So, and I noticed like a lot of the veteran artists can do that. So I had the highlights right there. I think this is the last, this is one of the few shirts I actually did with the highlights other than the first one. So there you go. It's the baby boy. What the heck? Is that my brother? I don't know who that is. Delta Lambda. Oh, is that Sal? He's the only person that calls me that. Alright, so I'm finishing this shirt, and then the next one, actually I'll show you, I'll do something different on the next one. I'll do a different design. Flip this over, and this is extra large. Alright, so back up here. Oh, it's Eric? Oh, hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I tried that mic setup. I tried the wireless headphones, but I just ordered a wireless USB or something for my computer because it didn't detect it. So I had to order one of those wireless whatever, little wireless USB things. So I really couldn't test the sound from further away without having my headphones jacked in the computer. But it was cool hooked up to my phone. So the next shirt is extra large. I think it's the same one, actually. RIP bro, yeah, okay. So, different font. What font do we want to do? Let's just do a different kind of cursor like this. I'll do like a print, actually. Like, I'll show you. R. I. P. Actually, it's not print, it's more like a, I don't know what you call it, scroll or something. Like a old Englishy kind of letter. Like a basic old English. So RIP, and then we'll put bro. Bro. Yes, bro. There we go. Man, I haven't used this font in a long time. Holy crap. It's like back in the flea market days right here. I usually kick out of nothing but cursive just to get through stuff, but yeah, it's good. Actually, I'll take a picture of this one and put it, because I haven't put it in my displays. RIP, bro. So we add some scroll effect, like that. And just, so I want to have balance to the, so let's see, that one's there, that scroll's there, so we're going to put it on the left. Yeah, I mean, try to make them, say I just added that just to balance it. I mean, try to make them as, you know, symmetrical as possible, but, you know, don't freak out on that. It's, as long as, you know, you got a good feeling of it, that's all that matters. I know, right? Those are the days. Airbrush, so much crazy stuff there. Yeah, still to this day, I haven't airbrushed as much crazy stuff as I did when I was at the flea market. Like literally, people would bring me any and everything to paint, like, and I would just do it for money because I needed money. They'd bring me like statues, their shoes, their hats, like old stuff, like it's nuts. Bro. Cell phones, I mean, they brought me like everything. Outline it. So then I'm outlining in blue. Again, going over all the lines. And then I'll add blue at the bottom and blend it up. The bottom is a lot heavier, and I'll blend up lighter, and that gives like weight to the t-shirt. Putting all the heavier colors and lighter colors at the bottom, that makes it more, you know, appealing to the eye. Suppose if I did it up, down, it would still, you can do that, but if you don't fill in the rest of the colors and do everything right, it'll just feel a little awkward. It'll just feel a little weird, like that. So I'm finishing up there because I just wanted to kind of bring that in. And then I'll add some squares. Like I said, I like using stencils because what this does is gives me a nice clean look and it breaks up the airbrush feel. So here I'm going to use white, like I can't skip over on this, because what this is going to do is help break up the background. It's actually, what it's going to do is help the letters stand out better. Because the blue is a really dark, deep color, and so is the black. Now, when you have light colors and a dark color, there's a lot of contrast, so it doesn't really matter too much. But when you have two dark colors, it'll kind of blend them together. So the white is a super bright opaque color. There you go. Thanks, man. Stanley. Okay, cool. Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. So the white's a super bright, opaque color that really lets, you know, the letters stand out. And I'm going to use a blow dryer right now. You'll see it start to pop. go. So it stands out a little better. And then I'll blend the white highlights from the down up. And that'll help it stand out better too. So I know what the word is and what that's supposed to be. So there, it's actually longer than it's been on all the shirts at the front. But I wanted to show you guys that and how I do it. All right, get this set up. See the screen again. All right, so then the back is Gone But Never Forgotten. And I'll just do that in script again because that'll take a while, a little bit of time to do all in those like old English kind of black letters. Answer this. All right. So Gone But Never Forgotten. Gone, but never forgotten. So, same thing. Same stuff over and over again. Sometimes if I want to conserve time too, if I'm not doing the whole word over like that, I'll just do the first letter to make that bold and stand out. It's like a little trick to make it look nice, but still kind of not, you know, make it go fast, but not make it look too plain either. So I see a lot of artists, I mean, some people go over every letter. I do out of habit. I think it just looks better. And then some will just kind of do that and call it a day. So you can do that, but then I'll add like a block to that. So see the N, kind of go over the N and do the same thing, fade down to up. It's always over the first letter to really separate the words. That's what it does, and then also make it stand out. There we go. All right, so there you go. And then I'll add some white again because I got it with these. Got to add the white. The white highlight. Blanco. Detail white now. I don't even know why I have it. I never even buy detail white. Why do I have it? Shake it up. Always shake up your paint too, because what happens with the pigments, they settle at the bottom. It's really important. Just trying to refill this real fast before I finish, because it's like barely any white in here. All right, so shake up the paint, add it This is a detail white. I'm not going to add any reducer to that. Because I want it to be nice and bright. I want it to be reduced. All right. So if you just check out my channel, I'm doing, there's a bunch of t-shirts. This is like a typical order I have. I'm doing that tonight, just chilling out, hanging out. Talking about art, airbrushing, custom painting, whatever. Life. And if you're just joining me, appreciate it. Sub to my channel. I appreciate it. It helps me out. Make some more streams and all that. And like, drop a comment, let me know what you think. All that good stuff. So now I'm just playing with the white. I'm actually just trying to, what I'm doing here is spraying it so I can mix it. I'm actually mixing it inside here. I'm moving it like this and spraying it at the max spray. So that's a little technique I'm doing right there. All right, so that's good, that's done. Oh, I forgot the date again. I always forget that. Blur. 1/20/74. To 5/5/16. All right, it's cool. So just have it in there somewhere. Just quickly added that. All right. Next shirt. Yeah, I'm not sure how many shirts I have. I don't like counting them because it gives me anxiety. I don't like rushing and all that. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left, and then there's a stack right here. 5 left, 6 left, 7, 8. Ocho. This is 8. 8 left out of 15 that I had. So this is an extra large. All right, so I'm setting up the shirts, and if you guys are just joining me and checking out my stream, I'm doing some shirts, hanging out tonight, just doing some art. Talking about art, airbrushing, of course, and just everything pretty much, you know. Just kind of want to show you guys what I do, some like my daily work. I paint all kinds of stuff, not just t-shirts. A lot of guys think I'm just a t-shirt artist. No, I paint everything. Like so much crazy stuff you don't understand. And you know, I've done I do body art and music videos for Hollywood. Last one I did was Breaking Benjamin music video, and I did some for B. Miller, Justin Sartorius, a lot of really cool people, young, you know, stars. So that's really cool. And I do a lot of big events and, you know, and stuff like that, like Lollapalooza and all that good stuff too. So this one is RIP extra large 2 1x 2 1x 1 extra large RIP Uncle Johnny. RIP Uncle Johnny. This is this one right here. RIP, and then I'll do a little different design right here. Uncle. Johnny. Johnnny. So I'm going over the letters again in a black, making them nice and deep. Adding the wings and the feathers here, giving the impression, the illusion of wings, instead of having to detail them all out one by one. And then I want to, let's do like a little fun one right here. Let's do this. Let's add a little tropical palm tree. So a palm tree, usually I do this for like kind of vacation shirts and stuff, or maybe even like Rest in Paradise kind of thing. Yeah, the palm tree, people like that. Kind of what I learned over the years from people asking me and you know, telling me what to make and design. So, actually, let me do this. There you go. So thicken up the these letters. I don't like having like super thin ones. Like them standing out more. Yeah, that's cool. Put little feet right there. And some blue. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on some shirts for a while tonight. So just check me out. Jump in, jump out. Hang out, all that good stuff. Kind of be talking, and if anybody got any questions, let me know, drop a comment. But I'm just gonna be doing my thing, trying to work and describe as best as I can as I go. And then just doing my stuff. Okay. I saw some Twitch channels like streaming Bob Ross and one streaming like Yu-Gi-Oh and all that stuff. I wish I could stream some like shows on my Twitch channel so I could finish watching Dragon Ball Z. I was watching the new Super. And I got to like episode, what episode was it? It was like episode like 16 or something. I didn't get too far. I was actually getting good too. I was like, damn. Yeah, that raw stream was pretty like, that's pretty dope. He became like a celebrity idol. I saw some of it for a while. I actually started watching Bob Ross, just a couple of his videos. Really good. Bob Ross actually copied another artist, his model. He had like a model of, like his business model of doing live, not live, but like, you know, tutorials as he's painting. And the other guy hated him. He had like this huge rivalry with this other like artist. And he's like, you're copying me, and this big like, Bob Ross didn't care though. He's like, whatever, man. Like, you know, but he actually studied under him. Very humble. And then he just learned all his like techniques. He was fascinated in his like, it was called wet painting, the wet painting technique. So he would make these really like seemingly detailed portraits, and they are fast, you know. And he loved that. He liked the idea of that. It was so different than, you know, sitting there and That's kind of how I feel too with airbrushing. I can just do this crazy stuff super fast. And I was watching his stream, right? Watching his videos and seeing how I can somehow incorporate his techniques into my work too, because he did a lot of really cool stuff, and I think I can. I want to play with that a little bit, with like, you know, using like tools like his palette knife to make like trees or something like that, and then incorporating with airbrush. There's like, technically there are guys that kind of do that, and you know, they have like the street art and they do the spray cans and they do like splatter effects and moons and galaxies. That's pretty much kind of similar, except they just do like moons and galaxies, you know? Bob Ross did like landscapes and stuff. I guess that was a subject too. RP, gone but never forgotten. But never. It's funny, but also they said that no one has ever really truly interviewed Bob Ross, like a real interview. He was so aloof that when they were trying to find him once, the network couldn't even find him because he was like in Alaska somewhere, or some remote like city or town. He disappeared for like 3 months straight. He didn't really care for interviews or anything. He didn't really care to be in the galleries. He thought those artists were like too self-absorbed, you know. I think CBS or PBS has like one Bob Ross interview from like, from their records or their like vault or something that, and then they have like then they turned it into his like movie or something. His biography, his video biography. But even the answers he gave on that was, I couldn't really tell if he was being sincere or he's just like playing a character. Adding that opaque blue again. Really deep color. I want to keep these lines nice and sharp if I can, and I don't want to flood it too much with blue. So that's why I'll do that little scroll thing. And then leave the inside kind of white and fade it in, because I don't want to overpower the letters. So you can't see it. That's no bueno. Some more blue, azul. So if you guys are just checking out my channel, my stream, appreciate it. I'm doing some shirts. Be up all night working on some stuff. Thought I'd just stream it, man, for a couple hours or whatever. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me, and sub to my channel. I appreciate it. I'll be having new streams every week, definitely. I stream on Thursdays regularly around 8 to 9. And then throughout the week, I'm really working my schedule, but I've been doing it pretty much every day for the last week. Put in the work, you know. So I'll do some new stuff. You'll see a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool detailed shirts and all that stuff. Wait, were you the one asking about the blue Goku, Eric? What the heck? No, I ain't about Goku no more, I'm about Vegeta. I saw this episode of Goku just totally like killed the entire world because he was too much of a... Like, he let Frieza... So pissed, dude. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you another chance to come back when you're man enough, and then Frieza just like murdered everybody. Like, why? His mercy was his flaw. He got his whole family and the whole universe killed. These are just, he's like trying to kill the entire universe. You, everyone, and then you're gonna be like, nah, you're cool. Just come back when you can beat me. I'm like, what the hell? It's not cool, man. So I was like so mad at Goku in that episode. 120.74. But he's the archetypal hero. Is he the Jesus figure, I assume? 74. 5516. Man, I'm gonna be here while I should order a pizza. Shoulda. Might still do it. Alright, next shirt. Let me answer some messages first. Real fast. Oops. Alright. So extra large. Another T, another T. All right. Alright, so I'm doing the same RIP. This one is where's my pen at? Extra large. I switched up my streaming channels too. I'm creative now. I think it was the last time I was in IRL. Didn't do too good in there. One, two large, 1XL, 2XL RP, 2 1X, 2 small. Right, let me check this. Extra large, so smalls. Extra large. Oh, it's a ton of extra large. Okay. 1 2XL and 1 kids. RIP Johnny. So 2 just RIP Johnny. All right. R.I.P. Johnny, JOHNNY. Man, you know what? I think I might have to finish this shirt and then start the stream again because I'm actually getting really hungry. Let me get some McDonald's and I'll come back. Some Mickey D's. Just, I know it's not good for me, but whatever. All right. R.I.P. Johnny. Johnnny. I'm not talking as much. I think I'm like getting tired. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot I gotta eat some food, some of that stuff. Like, why am I so tired? Shouldn't be. Oh, I'm hungry. That'll do it. I've been doing this workout thing too. It's like I have to eat like a crazy amount of calories. All right, add some squares, templates right there, blue in there. Some wingies. All right, there you go. So that's cool. That's like a, I'm gonna add some white in this one too. Kind of fancy, adding some whites. So I use a blow dryer a lot, and you see that. What it does is it accelerates the dry time. So I can get this paint to dry, make the highlights nice and bright. You know, it depends on what colors you use too. Yeah, you know, opaque colors will dry faster than transparent colors, and even more so than fluorescent colors. Fluorescent colors actually take longer to dry, and depending on what colors you use, if you clear them, you have to be very careful too, because fluorescent colors are in a state of decay. The molecules are, the paint molecules are breaking apart and decaying, which releases a light, a bright light, which makes them fluorescent. Cool little fact. And those colors usually aren't light fast. That probably getting picked up. So if you're just joining me and hanging out, I am streaming, doing some shirts, showing people, you know, everyone how I airbrush, some techniques, some tips, and just painting tips and techniques too for everyone, not just for airbrush artists. You know, some classic painting and acrylic techniques. So if anybody likes my channel, please sub, like, you know, drop a comment, all that good stuff. I appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. And yeah, if any questions, drop it and drop a comment. I'll try to answer them the best I can. But I'm just working here, trying to get some stuff done and streaming while I'm at it. So I like to say that I'm one of the few artists in the industry that, man, I'll tell you everything I know, because I think that it's important to share knowledge and, you know, make artists better and all that stuff, you know. I don't believe in hiding anything, and that's really what my channel is about, is to like help educate artists, help share all the tips or tricks or whatever, you know, over the years, because it just makes us better. You know, and I learned from you guys, just as much as you learn from me. And I'm always learning, staying humble, and that's how I get, that's how I learn so much and can paint, how I can paint, because I'm always learning stuff. So I definitely want to help everyone out. Gotta have that sense of community. Bam, that's good. Throwing some flares out from the picture. So I'm throwing the flare out like that. I always go outside, never in, because it's framing. I'm framing the photo. Think of it like a photograph or a frame. And you're really encapsulating the image and bringing it out. And that's really nice when you're doing an airbrush shirt. People really like that because it highlights the person in it. And that's something that's really special, especially doing like memorial shirts and stuff like that. So doing prayer hands. So I make my custom stencils. These are lifesavers. Like, they make your work so much easier, help you make so much more money. And if you want some, DM me, hit me up, drop a message, and I make them, so you can, add that to your business or add that to your work. It's just one of those things, man, like you gotta kind of check out and be open to. And I have all the tools I use in the description below, all the airbrushes, so you can see that link down, and check that out if you want to get some stuff, some paints that I use, or into guns of your own. Alright, cool. And last, I might add the, wings on here. There you go. That's cool. Let me check something real fast. Do. All right, so that shirt's done, and I have a few more to do. Let me put that in the pile. Oh, I forgot the date again. I'll just go over all of them at the end and add it. No biggie. No big deal. No need to freak out. Stay calm, John Sporton. Enhance your calm. Put this on the board. When I come back from McDonald's, episode 6, part 2. Even though it's probably been more episodes than that, but I'm starting over again. Doing some teas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, I'm so close. So excited. All right. Look at that. Setting it up good. So yeah. So I'm setting that up. I'll be back in about 30 minutes and eat some food, come back, have more energy so I can finish this stuff, all right? Appreciate checking out my channel, subscribe, do all the good stuff. I appreciate it. I'll come back and start streaming some more and tell you some more let's talk about some more art. All right, later.